If you watch the first video in this series, you now understand the truth about retirement. It's not about assets, it's about income, and specifically income that you can count on for the rest of your life, predictable income, no matter how long you live or what happens in the market. Now that we've got that covered, which is the why, it's time to dive into the how. So let's put the how to the why. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the different types of annuities, how each one works, and when or if they belong in your retirement plan. I'll also be explaining how to avoid some of the most common misunderstandings and misuses of annuities, because this isn't about throwing money into a black box. It's about using the right tool for the right job. Let's get into it. First, let's redefine what an annuity actually is, because there's a lot of confusion out there about what it is and what it all entails. An annuity is a contract between you or a client and the insurance company. You give them a lump sum of money or you fund it over time, and in return, they provide specific guarantees, usually related to income, accumulation, or legacy. Annuities are not investment products, okay? They're not investment products, and that's why you don't have to have a securities license in order to sell them unless they are variable annuities. They're not stocks, they're not mutual funds, they're not ETFs. They're income solutions, long-term income solutions, and they're one of the only financial tools that can guarantee lifetime income. And depending on the structure, they can also offer protection from market loss, mitigate against tax exposure, which is in the form of tax deferral, and even some enhanced benefits like long-term care multipliers or death benefit options. I'm going to break down the benefits, the features, and the purposes of each. So let's get started. First on the list is SPIA, which is single premium immediate annuity. Now, this is going to be one of the most straightforward old school annuity structures. Okay, so let's just take that in consideration. I'm going to go over all the options, not necessarily my favorite or most used, but here is some of the benefits and features. Essentially, the client, you, will hand over a lump sum to the insurance company, and within 30 days to 12 months, you start to receive income. Now, the income is going to be fixed and guaranteed, and it can last for a lifetime or a set period of time, whether that be for the rest of your life or 10, 20, 30 years. Now, the income amount is going to be based on your age, the gender, and the payout structure of the policy. SPIAs are great for clients who need income right now. Okay, people who want income or need income today, people with no pension who want to create a private one, so a privatized pension plan, and those looking to cover a specific income gap immediately. Typically, income gaps mean Social Security or other benefits that they're receiving. They're ultimately trying to bridge that income gap. SPIAs are irrevocable, though, just to take that consideration. So once you turn that money into income, it's no longer liquid. That's why they should be used very, very carefully and only for a small portion of money designated for guaranteed income. Number two is going to be DIAs, deferred income annuity. By its name, you could probably understand what it probably is. Deferred income annuities work the same way as SPIAs, but the income starts later. It's deferred, typically 2 to 40 years down the road. Now, these are going to be perfect for people who are younger pre-retirees that are planning ahead. These are your future planners, people who are wanting to create a pension-like income stream starting at a specific age. Once again, pre-planning, and those who are looking to maximize mortality credits and payout rates by deferring income. So essentially what you're doing is you're locking in future income now using today's dollars, which could be a very efficient way to cover income gaps when a client reaches their 70s, 80s, and or beyond. Let's move into accumulation annuities, fixed, indexed, and variable annuities. While income annuities are designed to provide a guaranteed paycheck, accumulation annuities are designed to grow your money over time with varying levels of protection and upside. Let's start with the most conservative type, which is going to be fixed annuity. This is the annuity equivalent of a CD or certificate of deposit. So essentially, you're going to get a guaranteed fixed interest rate, which will be usually higher than what banks are going to offer you. Your principal, your starting amount, is going to be 100% protected, so it's not going to be exposed to market loss or risks. Your interest grows tax deferred until you withdraw the funds. Fixed annuities are going to be great for people who are very conservative investors, those who are looking for better rates than your typical CDs or bonds, and those who want to park money short to midterm, typically 3, 5, 7, to 10 years. But there's really no market upside. It's what you see is what you get. So the rate of return that you're locked into is what you're quoted at. That's what you're going to get in terms of that 5, 7, or 10 years. Moving into fixed indexed annuities. FIAs, this is my favorite, and this is what we specialize in at Infinite Financial Solutions. Now, FIAs are the most commonly used annuities in today's modern retirement planning, and for pretty dang good reason. Now, they offer market-linked growth, which is going to be typically tied to an index like the S&P 500, but with a 0% floor. So meaning you could only grow your money, the money can only gain, but you can't lose any money during a down year. So you're essentially capitalizing on the up years and protecting yourself in the down years. That also means that the principal will be protected while still offering reasonable growth potential. So this allows tax deferred growth depending on the original tax status, or if you do a Roth conversion, we'll dive into that here in a little while. And they can include optional income riders. Of course, some of these come with fees and things, so you have to be careful with that. You have to speak with an agent to outline everything, but they could provide guaranteed income for life, even if your account goes to zero. So if you actually run out of money with those income riders turned on, you could receive the funds until you die, even if there's no money left in the account. FIAs are going to be ideal for people who are pre-retirees who want safety and growth at the same time. So maybe you're a little bit in the middle in terms of your conservative and or aggressive nature for your funds. I'd probably put you right in the middle for this, especially when it comes to annuity products. People who are done losing money in the market. So if you're done riding the ups and downs, the roller coasters of winning and losing in the market, this is a great product for that. And clients who do want income but don't want to annuitize their principal. So it's important to understand a few things. Number one is you don't earn the full index return. So you're not going to earn the full S&P 500 return. Sometimes these are going to be subject to caps, participation rates, or spreads. Every company is different. Every index option is going to be different. You have to speak with a specific broker about what the companies offer and what all of those different words mean: caps, participation rates, and spreads. Now, there's often a surrender charge period. So that's going to mean if you pull or withdraw all those funds early, you're going to have some form of surrender charge associated with that. Now, that period is typically going to be around about 7 to 10 years. Now, FIAs are one of the most flexible and powerful annuity types available when used properly, especially paired with guaranteed income riders. Number 5 is something that we don't offer here at Infinite Financial, but I'll talk about it anyway, which is variable annuities. Variable annuities are tied directly to the market. So this is up and down. This is going to be part of your variable portfolio. It's not part of your fixed accounts. Your money is invested in sub accounts, so similar to mutual funds, and you take on the full market risk. So you definitely can win, but you definitely can lose. Now, they offer tax deferred growth and then optional income and death benefit riders as well. But typically, these types of policies carry pretty high fees, anywhere between 2 to 4% annually, which can also eat away at principal. So that means you are subject to principal loss, not only with the markets returning, but the high fees that some of these products have. Also, the complexity outweighs most of the benefits for most retirees. At Infinite, we don't work with any variable products unless there's a specific need case, and typically I'll pass that on to some of my advisor friends. Let's move into optional riders that can come attached to these plans. Most annuities allow you to customize them through riders. Optional rider features that you can add for an extra fee. The most common include 1, guaranteed lifetime income riders. So you're going to get a predictable lifetime income stream without annuitizing the contract. Now, this often comes with income value roll-ups, anywhere between 6 to 10% compounded growth. So if you don't take income in a year prior, it'll roll up into the next year. Income can last as long as you live, even if your account value hits 0. So pretty great rider to attach. Those definitely come with a fee. You have to outweigh and write down the pros and the cons of attaching that to your plan and policy. Number 2 is going to be long-term care or chronic illness multipliers. So there's some unique riders that some of these insurance companies offer when it comes to annuity products. So if you can't perform 2 of the 6 activities of the daily living, your income may double, triple, or be accelerated for a period of time, and or the surrender charges that we were talking about earlier could be fully lifted. So this can provide a built-in protection without needing the separate LTC insurance and things of that nature. The next rider would be an enhanced death benefit rider. So some annuities increase the death benefit over time, and some will waive surrender charges if death occurs early. Riders need to be evaluated based on a few things. Number 1 is going to be cost versus benefit. For how much does it cost in terms of fees? Is the benefit worthwhile to you? Is a peace of mind worth the extra 1% or 0.5% fee that it costs to attach the rider? The second thing is going to be your personal needs, which will be income, care, legacy. What are your personal needs, and will this rider actually amplify those personal needs in the short, medium, and long term? And then the last thing will be time horizon. How much time do you have, and does it make sense to attach these things? Who should and shouldn't use annuities? Now, annuities are not a one-size-fits-all solution. They're best suited for people who are looking for guaranteed income that they cannot outlive, pre-retirees looking to protect principal and generate future income, and retirees looking to reduce market exposure while still growing assets. This means anyone who wants peace of mind and knowing that their basic expenses are covered, that's what annuities are for. And if that's you, you're in the right place. Now, they're not ideal for people who are looking for short-term liquidity needs or people who are incredibly aggressive, like aggressive investors looking for maximum upside. It's not really the product for you. These products are typically a little bit more vanilla and conservative, or people unwilling to have a commitment to a time horizon. Now, the key with all this here is proper allocation. So that means no one should put all of their money into an annuity, but most people should at least consider using annuities for a portion of their portfolio responsible for generating income. Now that you understand the different types of annuities and how they work, the next step is learning how to actually implement them into your plan. That's what we'll cover in video number 3. We'll walk you through how to fund annuities using qualified, non-qualified, or Roth money, tax implications of each strategy, how to ladder income using a combination of annuity types, and how to create a personalized retirement paycheck plan with guaranteed income, flexible assets, and long-term protection. If this video helped clarify the differences between annuity types and how they work, that's exactly the point. Whether you're here to learn for your own retirement or you're someone helping others plan theirs, understanding the right tools for the right job is what makes the difference between a plan that works and one that leaves too much to chance. So in the next video, we'll take a step further. We're going to show you how to fund these annuities with different types of assets, structure income in stages, optimize for taxes, and build a retirement income blueprint that gives you control and peace of mind. If you haven't already, make sure that you watch video 1 for foundational strategy, and then join me in video 3 to bring it all together. I'm Josh Morin with Infinite Financial Solutions, and I'll see you there.